let's go back in time. Let's journey back to Turtles in Time on the Super Nintendo. What a movie that was. What a video game that was in 1992. Also, we can't forget the Nintendo Entertainment System Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles video game from 1989. Now move on over to 2022. That was all based on the super popular animated series at that time that would have us playing as these Ninja Turtles, Leonardo, Raphael, Michelangelo and Donatello with their sensei, Master Splinter, who is basically a giant sewer rat. In these side-scrolling beat-em-up games that had us fighting the Foot Clan and taking down Shredder, saving the city in the process while also maybe eating a pizza or two along the way. This isn't a sequel game, by the way, to the original versions of those games. This is an entirely new game in 2022, but it has that love, has that nostalgia, has that TMNT feel to the games back in the day. It is a love letter to fans, a love letter to Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. It is a love letter to those original games from way back. And I'm talking about Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge. All of those childhood memories of playing on the Super Nintendo and the Nintendo Entertainment System back in the day, playing on those original games. It was like I was there all over again with Shredder's Revenge. But this game just takes it to a whole new level. It expands on everything that was incredible and amazing from those games and just does so much more with it. It's so good to have some Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles back in my life all these years later with a video game that is just so good. I mean, right at the start, with this amazing opening intro with the Turtles theme song playing over it, really took me back, really takes me back to the 80s, watching the animated series back in the day, and just watching this intro all modernized with the new version of that iconic Turtles theme song, comparing it to the animated series, the original intro. It's just, I had to take a second and just take it all in. Take every single glorious second of it in, because that intro, the way it's been done, the way it's been played with a theme song there, visuals as well, oh man, where do I even start here? The pixel art style of graphics is just a breath of pure fresh air comparing it to the originals. The colour pop, it's so vibrant, and the animations as well is just a love letter to those old classic games. Oh, and the music is amazing. Music for this game, actual old style of Turtles singing happening that really does take you back to that era, to the 80s and 90s. It's so perfect. Okay, now, story mode. Story mode has you driving along on this world map, going from level to level with 16 levels in total. You'll be defeating foot soldiers, finding hidden items within levels to then defeat a boss at the end, and then moving on to the next level with also side tasks available as you go on as well. Side tasks will appear on the map, and it'll be a character from the franchise will ask you to find something or do something within stages. In the game, you'll be finding all the collectibles from VHS tapes, crystal shards, secret diaries, as well as doing all the challenges within the stages and finding all of the cameo characters within the levels. And to turn things in to these characters, you need to find them around the map to unlock them on the world map, and then you'll go and turn all of your items in that you have found within the levels for points as a reward towards your leveling up. There's also different endings to the game to discover as well, and so much more. There's jumping attacks, diving attacks, and special attacks, all that will have you fighting foot soldiers and building up epic combos as you fight. As you progress through the game as well, the characters that you play as will start to level up. Upon reaching certain power levels, they will unlock new abilities and combo moves. There's a thing called Radical Mode, which is the last technique that you will learn in the game. And to activate this Radical Mode, you will need to get up to to power level 8 that will increase your character's power attack. And to activate this feature, you will need to hold down the taunt button while also having all of your power gauges full, or at least 3 of them anyway. Ninja power is gained by hitting enemies and developing a high combo. And when you do fill up the gauge, it will store it. It will store that attack where you can then unleash it. You can also grab enemies and throw them into the screen, which I think is just so satisfying to do. So there is different moves there, different combos there to master along the way as well. And some levels will also have you trying to avoid enemies and jumping over certain projectiles in your path. You will also do taunt animations with each character as well that will help you fill up your special move. Donatello pulling out a Game Boy for a few seconds is just the best throwback I have ever seen to those original games. You can play it by yourself if you want to, but this game does support 1 to 6 players, which I think is just absolutely insane to think this game supports up to 6 players playing together at any time. With its drop-in and drop-out gameplay, there's iconic villains from over the years, from the animated series, from the original games, from the comic books. They're all here and you'll recognise them all as you play. And the story to this game is, in typical Turtles fashion, you have to put a stop to Shredder from taking over the city while also, again, eating a few pizzas along the way. Or maybe a lot of pizzas, because they will give you health boosts when you find them in stages. And also when you go down, another player will come over to you, he'll hold L for a few seconds, he does an animation where he pulls out a slice of pizza, which is piping hot, fresh out the oven, slice of pizza, and that will revive you. The smell of that glorious, delicious pizza. Playable characters in the game, you'll be choosing from Leonardo, Raphael, Michelangelo, Donatello, April O'Neil and Splinter. All are playable and all can be playable in the same game as well. And when you do complete the game, you unlock Casey Jones to play as. There's story mode and arcade mode. And arcade mode plays pretty much exactly like you guessed it, as if you were playing this game in the arcades. You have no continues, no extra lives, you just play and get as far as possible within this mode. And the enemies come at you a little bit tougher and it's a little bit more challenging. The pixel art style is just a huge step up from those original games, but it sticks to the same gameplay and formula. I'm playing this game on the Switch, but you can get it pretty much anywhere. PC, PlayStation, Xbox Game Pass, and PC Game Pass. Literally, these turtles are popping up everywhere, trying to find a slice of pizza wherever they can. It brings a smile to my face knowing how good this game actually is, and players thinking back to those original games from back in the day. And in 2022, we are back there, playing those games. There's also achievements to earn in levels like clear the level without taking damage, beat this boss or that boss, set so many successful traps, and so on. Traps are also a thing as well. You can set traps, you can kick things in the environment, and the foot soldiers or any enemies in that proximity will trip over that thing in the environment that you have just kicked. But also stay on the lookout for enemies that also might set traps for you. Now this game is short. There's only 16 levels there, but there is a lot of replayability here. Unlocking challenges within levels, finding collectibles within levels, and just leveling up all of your characters with multiple playthroughs that will have you going back, finding everything. I just need to stop right there because look at this. Look at that intro. It's just... Honestly, it gives me goosebumps every time I watch this intro. Every time I load up this game, I'm overjoyed at this game. I really am overjoyed. The fact that I'm playing this game on my Nintendo Switch. Seeing TMNT, Shredder's Revenge on my home screen, and we still have the Cowabunga collection to go as well, and I'm so excited for that. I can't wait to pick that up. It's truly an amazing time to be an original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles fan from back in the day. Whether you're a veteran fan or a new fan, there's just so much TMNT out there at the minute. So many games coming. And if you didn't experience the original games, you're in for a treat. Anyways, guys, I'll see you next time.